fall medication. Obviously used against American and European foul brood, nosema, and Varoa mites. First of all, check for mites. And the way you check for mites is a device like this. And I didn't bring out my bee brush, I think it's in there. But just a regular jar, and put a, I think it's a quarter, I think that's 4 to the inch screen. Yeah, I don't think that may be an 8.
It's like 8.
It's an 8, okay. Yeah, quarter of an inch, the bees would go through. 1/8 inch, all right? But take out or leave the lid out, cut yourself a little 1/8 inch screen and put it in here. I don't know what was in this jar, but it, you know, mason jar, whatever. This is not that. But go to your hive and with your bee brush, you know, pull a frame, bee brush. Usually you have somebody help you, but brush bees in here and get it about half full. And real quick, put the cap on. And then take about a tablespoon of powdered sugar and put in this jar and kind of move it around, and you're not killing the bees. You're just moving it around, and you can put your hand on and shake it to make sure that all the bees get covered real well. Then you have a Wayne Lamar uses a white container like this, the inside of it, puts water on it, and then he just shakes that. And the sugar will dissolve, and the mites will stay on top, and you'll see the little red buggers. All right? And then you can count them. Now, you count them, and the count is in relationship to the number of bees you have in here. If it's half full, you figure it's about 250 bees. All right? Now, if you have, to make the math easy, if you have 25 mites that you count, you got 10%. Right? Now, I asked Wayne, I said, well, when do you figure that you have to treat? And he says, well, somewhere around 10%. So he said at that. And he first said about 20, no, 10. And probably better to treat even before that, even if you have a lower amount of mites. So I don't know what the threshold is.
Are those the Varoa mites then?
Varoa mites.
Okay.
But don't just rely on that first count.
Okay.
The first thing you do here, pour those out and then do it again. Keep your count of your mites, but don't put more sugar in. Just keep kind of shaking the bees, and do that 3 or 4 times. Give yourself about 10 minutes in between times you shake them. But do that 2 or 3 times, and then take add your numbers together, and then you get your mite count. Okay. Any question on that? You don't put anything else other than just powdered sugar.
And then you let them out and they just clean themselves off?
Works nice.
Yeah.
I did it last weekend. It works good.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, I took instead of doing a brush, I just took like a square Tupperware, took a frame and just kind of shook them, and they went in there, and then I just kind of poured them in there.
Yeah.
Made it easy just for me to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have a lot of mites?
Yeah, I had at least the 25, and they really show up too. I mean, they're big enough. You think it's just a mite. I use a smaller screen in there, but you can see them. I mean, as soon as you add that water, I just put it on a plate and then I added water, and they just pop right out. Oh yeah, you can see them.
Yeah. Experiences is the best teacher.
The bees you take off, you want to take that off a frame of brood, correct? You don't want to just choose any frame. You want it off a frame of brood.
I just choose it. I chose it for my super.
Yeah, I don't know that it might make some difference, but
Because now don't those mites usually get in with the brood of the drones? So when you pull
they like the drones the best.
when you pull the drones out, you can see them popping out of their.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you have the little needle-like scratcher and so on, you can take the Steve was saying with the brood, you can take that little scratcher, take the needle and lift it, and you see those little mites on, and they like the drone. The reason they like the drone is that it has a longer life in the pupa case, right? Yeah, and that is a way of checking for mites too, is to, you won't get a percentage, but you can see the mites when you pick the caps off. And it doesn't make any difference to kill off those males and
Yeah, I know.